and big ones first. And there's going to be a video coming up probably of this guy soon. I'll be using both of them eventually, but they are so stinking adorable. I'm going to pop them open real fast. And I've got to tell you, these are just the hilarious things. When I've gotten dies from Tonic before, they always have these little things up in the corner. I think they're so stinking cute. This one happens to say designed with love. And it's kind of like their little signature thing. You just kind of pop it open, and that's what's holding the plastic together. So that way you can open it up now. I just think that they're so adorable. And every single one's a little bit different. This one says, be inspired. And the shapes are different too. This one says, I'm a craft superstar. This one says, be inspired. This one says, certified tonicaholic. Tonaholic? However you want to say that. It's a tonic, you know, haha. And this one says, create a little butterfly. So these just came in from Tonic. They're brand new dies. They're set for Christmas or for doing fun little packages. And this one is to make a box. They're so fun. Supply links are going to be all down below in the information section where you guys can find them. And in a minute, I'm going to take you through these two cards, and then we're going to make a set of cards, one with each of these dies here live. I've already got some of the supplies ready to go. So I'm just pulling this guy out for you to show you what this thing is all about. If I can get this thing open. Downfall of the live video. I can't cut through how to open up a package. So in here, you get a whole bunch of stuff. And this is to make like a gift bag. So as you can see, it's like to make a gift bag. It's so fun. And so you have all your dies. You have the main die to cut. And then so you're going to have to kind of pull all these little pieces apart because they're all embedded in here. You have the main die to cut, and then you have the option of cutting like this lacy front, but you don't have to. You could leave it plain. You have the option of doing all these little pieces. And so you can see how there's two different colors. If you don't want to put the lacy front on the top, you don't have to. If you don't want to add the tags and all these other things, you don't have to. It gives you some sentiments. Happy Mother's Day and get well soon. Congratulations. But you don't have to use them. It's basically you're getting the die to make this beautiful bag, which you can either put the lacy front on or not. I mean, there's lots of little pieces to it. So you could just leave it as it is, or you can die cut it but not put the lace. So you could put this blue piece but not add the lace piece in there. So it really does have a lot of versatility to it. But I'll be playing with that on another day. That was just too much to do on a live video for today. Another fun one is this cute little card set. It's like a dimensional card, or it could be like a little scrapbook, like a mini scrapbook. So again, you've got to pop a little doodad off. I seriously am going to save those for something. I just don't know what yet. Be on some sort of project I'm going to do at some point. So do you guys like working with dies? I think that's the question. You know, we're live, so let's interact here. And that's how you get the flaps and how they kind of cascade down. So it talks to you how to do it. There's also banners you can on top of here. So you're going to get all these pieces and you get different layers. So you could go sideways going up, or you can use the same size and cascade it down. It's a card that can open up. So you're given the piece right here to go in and add it. And then you've got the flaps. So again, we'll be doing probably a video on how to create this fun thing too. So fun, lots of things. You can add this piece that you're creating here to just about anything on the front of a card, in a mini book, creates that waterfall decoration, and it talks about it. So it's Boutique and Banners Wonderful Die Set. Wonderful, haha, wonderful. I love it. Okay. So that was just two of the fun things. I'm going to push those off to the side. But now I'm going to get into these dies. So these ones are all holiday. And so some people are starting to get ready for Christmas. And again, I think the question was, do you guys like to use dies? So when you're card making or when you're scrapbooking, do you pull out your dies? Is that something that you get into? So I'm going to pop each one of these out so you guys can see them. This one is Season's Greetings. Oh, stiff getting out of here. So as you can see, they're pretty much all, I mean, not identical, but pretty darn close to being the same size that is on, I'm holding this backwards, almost the same size that is on the card. A little bit disconnected. So this is the Season's Greetings, and we will be making something with that. And we'll pop this one open. I really should have popped these open before I got live. But I was like, oh no, it's an unboxing. I got to do everything live. Oh, that was much easier to pop out. So here's one that says Merry Christmas. Very fun. Oh, I hope this is going to fit. Oh, it's just going to fit. So I have an idea of how I want to do my dies. And then this one here, it says Happy Holidays. So they're all different sets that are ready made for Christmas. They're titles, they're banners. They're very fun. I love it. Just popping all these off to the side. Now I have all these little cute things I can use for future, add them to a card the way it is. They're already in colors of orange. So you have to kind of go with that orange color. And then here is the last one. And this one says Dear Santa. So this is all in the essentials. Again, links are down below. Just pop all this off very fast. And we are going to die cut this. Now we're going to die cut this out of the Renia foiled paper. I'm going to do one of each. I have all my stuff just sitting right here, ready to go. So I'll always put my plates on backwards. So I'm going to use the Renia foil paper. This is in Starstruck. This is the goals. And I'm going to line up as many of these on here as I can. There we go. I think I can get all three of these on here. Look at that. And I'm just going to run it through, get them die cut. Super simple. And anytime you're using a wafer thin die cut, you always want to use your A, B, and C plates. If you're using a Cuttlebug, every die cut system is a little different. Let's see, look at that. Oh, the middle one didn't want to die cut. It's okay, probably because I had too many on there. Sometimes if you don't have the right pressure, yeah, see, I didn't. Sometimes the dies could be a little bit of a higher or lower. So I have more paper. It's all good. So I got that one for sure. And I know that. I should have done them separately, but that's okay. Just trying to speed things up for you guys. See, whatever you're doing for your wafer thin die, see that one's cut beautifully. I'm just going to do them independently. There you go. And then another trick I can show you. I have to scrounge more paper I have down below. Here we go. Is that, and I'm going to show you this with the last one that's on there, a way to do this. I know I'm not saving paper here at all, but the Renia foil paper is so pretty. It's so elegant. We're actually using it in the card in 3 different ways. Sorry about the wobbly camera. I need to find a better way to mount my camera for live videos. All right, so let's get this. Oh, no, got to do one more. Forgot about the last one. Okay, so I'm going to just push this off to the side real fast because I'm going to show you the beginnings of the card and where we're going with the card. So I've already die cut or cut out all the pieces that we're going to do. And in the background, I have one of the same foil paper, that Renia foil paper in the gold Starstruck. But because I'm putting this piece on top, and this is a way to save some paper, I know I'm going to die cut one of these elements out there. Why can't I just die cut out the sentiment from the middle of that? So it's a way to save some paper. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop this, put it right smack in the middle so I don't mess up. Move this back over a little bit. So put that right in the middle so that way I don't have a problem when I put the other paper. And then now I can die cut out that piece. Oops. There we go. And there we go. So see, I just die cut out this piece right here. You will never know when I'm doing the cards that I did that. So it's a little, saving paper scenario. And if you want to get rid of all these little pieces, you can, because it just makes life hard. But you're never going to know that we pulled something out of the middle. So if you're doing a lot of cards and you don't want to waste some of your paper, you only have certain colors, and you're going to be doing layers like this, this is one way that you can kind of get around not having to have double the amount of paper. So then just be careful when you're putting on your adhesive. So kind of go through, add your adhesive. Make sure that you're not pulling into the center. Careful on the sides, and then just lay this down. So this is our first layer. This is an A2 size card. And I've got my first layer down here, just like that. Careful trying to make this nice and flat. This paper is very forgiving, this Renia foil paper. It's awesome. And then to give the illusion that there's more layers here than there actually is I am going to ink. There's 2 other layers. I just have a red cardstock. And as you guys can tell, I need a new blade. I've needed to keep forgetting to buy myself a new blade. Of all things I need is a new blade. And I am not super gentle with my inking, partly because I'm going to put this piece right here. So this is just red cardstock. I don't even know where I got that. I think I picked that up from Tuesday morning, eons ago, because I have about 30 sheets of the same paper. So that tells me that I've bought it somewhere in mass production. So we're going to put down the red paper. These little Christmas present paper, it was 112 by 12, and it came from Canvas Core. And it's very cute. It's the one I have right here. and it's called Boxes and Bows Reverse on Ivory. So I put an ivory paper with a white cardstock, but because I'm separating it out, it doesn't look like, oh my God, why'd she add 2 different colors? And there's lots of colors going on here, so it works. So it's no big deal. Add my adhesive onto that. Just pop that on there, right there. And then to add a separation, I added a little bit. This is of the green, this is the emerald actually, glossy Rhinea foiled paper. It actually has the gold on the back. The Starstruck one that we were working with is the same color on both sides. So it's just a little bit different. And for that, there's no way I'm going to get my tape runner in to get those little pieces. So I am going to add my super tight glue. This is the Dual Tip Max. There is a coupon code down below for you guys to get % off. And I believe there's free shipping over $5. So it's pretty awesome. And it's glue that doesn't have a lot of stuff in it. So it's very kid friendly. It's very safe. Doesn't have warning labels that can, cause cancer and stuff. And it's really inexpensive. It holds wonderfully. So that is just adding a little bit of a separation between the top and the bottom. Works. So then you can come in with your title. So I am just going to pop out. Wow. I completely wonkified my little poker thingy. There's a story with the poker. I've mentioned it a few other times on other videos, but I used to teach high school biology, and this is a dissecting probe. Don't worry, it never got used. This is just something that's been used for only crafting. But I asked my department head if I could buy a pack, and it was like $1 or $1.50 for a pack of 10. And I was just starting scrapbooking. I was using it to put brads, like I was paper piercing into the brads, poking through the paper and to make a hole to put the brads in. And I've used it for so many things over the years now. And I only have, I think, 2 or 3 left that are not, have not been used, because some of these are getting kind of gross. They're getting pretty old. And that's it. So I was just using my glue, my super tight glue, to add adhesive to the back. And I should do a little bit more on the bottoms here. So I think part of my point of telling you the probe story about the dissecting probe is don't always think that you have to use supplies that are specifically geared for scrapbooking sometimes, or card making, or crafting in general. Look outside the box, and if there's something that fits and it works, use it. You don't have to use the quote unquote supplies specifically made for your crafting thing, because sometimes those supplies can be a little bit more expensive. So why not save a little bit of money here and buy things that are a little cheaper? So there's that. This will dry clear, and then you just kind of pop it on. I'm not going to go overboard with that. And then just to add a little more interest, I'm going to take my Tonic, these are the Nuvo drops, and I'm going to add little pearls. I am going to practice one to make sure I have my pressure. I always do this. So I just want to do a couple. Here we go. And I just picked a neutral color that would go well with this. So it's just one little droplet there, one little droplet there, one little droplet there. Look how easy that is. Super fun. Oh, and then tap the back. And the reason why I'm doing this to the back here is it's making the little Nuvo drops. They do a pretty good job of being rounded, but it'll help make them look like they're little pearlescent drops. And that's it. So I have made 3 other cards, exactly the same pattern. Some of the cards I did more of the gold showing. Some of them, it was a very thin gold. I think I was just kind of experimenting and see where I wanted to go. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out my little, see, I use my poker thing for just about everything. Pop out my die very gently. Get rid of all the little Klingons. We're going to outer space with my Klingons here. I think this is the most tedious part of doing any kind of fancy dies, is that you have to get all the little pieces out of them. And I'm not going to bore you with gluing it down, but I just wanted to show you generally what this looks like using any of these sentiments. So here's the happy holidays. I'll glue them after we're done, because gluing gets kind of boring watching me just glue everything. So just pop all these little guys out. One thing you could do, though, is that because this paper's thin enough, you could do more than one layer. So this is a way to mass produce. Man, you wish you could figure out a way to use all those little pieces that come out, but they're all odds. And that would be such a pain. Maybe it's confetti. That would be a good use for all these little pieces. Like shaker card confetti. That'd be kind of fun if you had a whole bunch of it left over. So, I get into doing Christmas cards, and heads up, I do have a Christmas card swap. It has just started. Actually, the Christmas card swap is going to be coming soon. Right now, we're doing a generic card swap, so that would encompass everything. It's a Facebook group that I host, and you mail your cards off to me. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Just so simple. I mean, just adding that little banner up at the top, very simple, kind of just layers. All it is layers. So if you're interested in joining my card swap, it's a Facebook group. You mail the cards off to me in batches of 10. I swap them around with everybody else who's mailed them to me, and then I mail them back to you. It's as simple as that. There's usually a theme or something. So if you were into getting Christmas cards, you love getting Christmas cards, you're more than welcome to join in. This batch is going to go into my Christmas card swap because I will make up, and I think for the Christmas cards, I do up to 50 cards per person. So you can mail me 50 and you will get 50 different ones back. I cannot guarantee that you're going to get every single 50 to be something different. It depends on how many people are in the swap and how many people send in. Like I've had some people where every single one of the 50 cards is different. And I've had some people where every single one of the 50 cards is identical. So it really all depends. So this one's going to be very ginger, putting it on, meaning like delicate. Gingerly putting it on. I don't know where that name came from. Well, how did we get from the word ginger, meaning like a spice or a color, to gingerly putting it on, like because it's you have to be delicate with it. I never understood why words manifest into something different. But there we go. All right, so we're just putting this on here. Oh, I missed a little thing, but you get the idea. I don't want to bore you guys with putting it on. And then I would, again, put the Nouveau drops in the corner, but I don't want to do the Nouveau drops until it's the last thing that I would put on there because you could smudge them. And they do take like a good overnight to set. I have had them where like about an hour later, they're pretty close. And then I put something on top and they got smashed down and they turned into little flat coins, which is kind of cool. I like that effect, but I really want the rounded look to give this card a little bit of a dimension, but not much. So right now my Christmas card, or it's not Christmas card, it's just a card swap. It's kind of an anything goes. You could bring me Halloween, you can send in whatever you like. So if you are interested, I will put the link down below. It's not there yet, but I will do that after this video goes live. So you're probably watching it after the fact for some of you. So thanks so much for stopping by. I thoroughly appreciate you guys being here and checking out the fun Christmas cards. Easy, simple, lots of layers, a little bit of Christmas card paper or Christmas paper, but any paper down here would work. That's very neutral. Christmas colors, and then beautiful dies, which you could do every single one as Dear Santa, Merry Christmas. Pick a die and you could mass produce. And the Renia foil paper really does make these cards just pop and shine. So again, links are down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me on my live video. I'm going to try and do more of these live videos. They're kind of fun. And I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.